Everybody, Seth Davis here for CampusInsiders.com. It is Sunday, March the 31st. Happy Easter, everybody. We've got two more teams to send to the Final Four. Congratulations to Syracuse and Wichita State. Before we do, let me address the big news from yesterday, which was UCLA's decision to hire New Mexico coach Steve Alford. Now, look, I think Steve Alford is a very good coach, and I actually think that this was a smart hire. Alford played at Indiana, and he coached at New Mexico. He understands all of the ancillary pressures and expectations that go with the UCLA job. What I fail to understand is why this is such an upgrade on Ben Howland. Dan Guerrero, the UCLA athletic director, said, well, we want to play up-tempo. If you look at the statistics, Alford's teams over the last decade have played significantly slower than Ben Howland's teams have played. That was especially true this season. Also, the disappointment of Ben Howland not advancing in the NCAA tournament. Think about this. Over the last 11 years, Ben Howland had more Final Fours than Steve Alford had NCAA tournament victories. The last time Steve Alford went to the Sweet 16 was in 1999 with Southwest Missouri State. So it's just the reality of today's business that a guy like Ben Howland gets let go. Having said that, I do think UCLA ended up with a smart guy who's going to be able to recruit out west and handle all of the pressures and spotlight that comes with being the UCLA basketball coach. Okay, let's talk about today's games. Two more good ones on tap. Hopefully we're going to have a few more made baskets than we had yesterday. Not a great offensive display. Over in the South region, we've got 4th-seeded Michigan against 3rd-seeded Florida. Florida fans are very familiar with going to the Elite Eight the last 2 years, but falling short. I'm sad to say I do expect that to happen again. I think that Michigan's guards, obviously they're going to have the best player on the floor in Trey Burke, but I also think they're going to have the second best player on the floor in Mitch McGary. The freshman center has really come a long way the last couple of weeks, was absolutely outstanding in Michigan's last 2 wins, especially the comeback over Kansas. I think he will be the difference on the interior, and you got to love the poise and the shooting ability of Trey Burke. Michigan is going to the Final Four. And then in the nightcap, the game that everybody wanted to see as soon as those brackets came out. Number 1 seeded Louisville in the Midwest going against number 2 seed Duke. I was actually in the Bahamas, if you can believe that, working in the Bahamas back over in Thanksgiving when Duke and Louisville played in the battle for Atlantis. Now, Louisville did not have Gorgui Dieng in that game. Duke was able to win. A key factor in that game was Duke center Mason Plumlee and his ability to bring up the ball against Louisville's full court press. If Plumlee and especially Ryan Kelly can give Duke that dimension again today, I think Duke has a really good chance to win. Ryan Kelly has not shot the ball at all since he exploded for 36 points against Miami in his return game. So Duke, I think, matches up better with Louisville than any team left in the field. In some respects, this feels almost like the national championship game. Having said that, I just think that Louisville is on a roll. And like I said, Gorgui Dieng did not play in that first meeting. He is going to play today. And at the end of the day, I think he will be the difference. He will give Louisville the advantage on the interior, probably get Mason Plumlee into foul trouble. And then those guards, Peyton Siva and Russ Smith, running and gunning and mad dashing their way to the Final Four, sending Rick Pitino and the Louisville Cardinals to Atlanta. Should be a great day of college basketball, a great way to wrap up the second week of the NCAA tournament, and we will know by the end of today who are the 2 remaining teams in the 2013 Final Four. I've enjoyed talking to you all along. I'll keep doing these videos for you throughout the Final Four week, all the way through next Monday's national championship game. Until then, keep it right here on CampusInsiders.com. We've got March Madness covered.